Welcome back to Black News Tonight. With incredible lyricism and artistry, Kendrick Lamar is without a doubt one of the best hip-hop songwriters of this generation. And now, there's a new book that takes us into the musical landscape of this genius, who was also the first rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize. Pop culture critic and music journalist Miles Marshall Lewis provides an in-depth look at how Lamar came to be the powerhouse that he is today, and how he has revolutionized the industry from the inside. In his new book, Promise That You Will Sing About Me, The Power and the Poetry of Kendrick Lamar. And Miles Marshall Lewis is here to tell me all about it. Welcome to the show, my brother. What inspired you to write this book now?
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Why this book and why now? Well, when I first began writing the book is when Kendrick won the Pulitzer Prize for music. And as we all know, or most of us know, it hasn't ever been awarded to a hip hop artist before. In fact, the only artist outside of the classical music and opera realm to win it at all was Wynton Marsalis back in the late 90s for Blood on the Fields. So he was the first jazz artist to win it. And when Kendrick won it, it sort of opened eyes on the publishing level. And I spoke with my friends at St. Martin's Press about writing a book about him and sort of explaining why he might have won this prize and why he deserved it and just his whole trajectory up until that point. You know, and it was a good place to sort of assess his career, it turns out, because he hasn't released an album since the year that I began writing the book and got my deal for it. And he released his last album, which was the Damn album that won the prize for him in, 2017, maybe 2018.
So Kendrick is the first rapper to win a Pulitzer along with 13 Grammy Awards. Talk to me about his artistry. What is it about his songwriting that makes him such a unique artist in this way, as a writer?
Sure. Well, you know, I am 50 years old, right? And so I come from the golden age of hip hop, let's say. Like the MCs that are the most important to me are the people like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and Public Enemy and the people who have these immense reputations for being wordsmiths, right? And so I don't know that that's sort of the watermark for a great MC anymore. You know, we can speak about Drake and how nice he is or isn't. I think that Michael Eric Dyson has a book coming out about Drake pretty soon. But what attracts me to Kendrick is just his wordsmith, you know, like ability. Like he's nice. If you take any let's say era of hip hop, whether it's the 80s era that I grew up on in college or the 90s era when I was in my 20s and the Tunnel with Funkmaster Flex DJing, and there was Jay-Z and Biggie and Eminem, you know, on the turntables and stuff like that. Like, place him in any era and he will hold his own, you know, head and shoulders alongside the rest. And it's just worth, you know, delving into why exactly. You know, he comes from Compton, and California and Compton have, of course, you know, a great legacy of MCs like Snoop and Dre and the whole Death Row contingent and you know, like I want to say G-Unit, but the game, let's say. You know, a bunch of nice MCs come from that era. NWA naturally, and
but he does something different.
He does something different. Go ahead.
My East Coast sensibilities are absolutely staining my opinion, right? In the sense that, you know, I'm gonna have an East Coast bias. Although I love Game, I love Ice Cube in the '90s. I think Ice Cube is the dominant rapper of the '90s. I think he was the greatest rapper of the '90s, almost indisputably. Not the most skilled, but certainly in terms of the biggest rapper of the 90s, you know. But there's something about Kendrick's lyricism to me that in many ways reminds me of an East Coast rapper, right? In terms of the intricacy of his lyrics. Ice Cube was a beast. You know what I mean? Snoop was a beast. I mean, there was no bigger rapper in the world than Snoop Dogg in '92. You know, so I'm not taking anything away from West Coast rappers. But there's something about Kendrick lyricism that I think in many ways reminds me of the intricacies of a Nas, the acrobatics of an Eminem from the Midwest, the kind of the rhyme structure of like a Kool Keith, Dr. Octagon. I mean, he just seems to bring together so much stuff. I just can't think of anybody better than Kendrick. There are people who I like more, but people who are better than Kendrick Lamar as an actual bona fide lyricist.
Sure. Well, I want to hear who you like better than Kendrick, but we'll get back to that. I think that one of the earliest works of Kendrick's before he signed with Aftermath and Dr. Dre was a EP called the Kendrick Lamar EP. And if you go back to it, it will remind you of like Common. It will remind you of like the backpack rap of like early Kanye West, let's say. Talib Kweli. Like he comes across as sort of adjacent to a backpack rapper, and he could have gone down that lane, but he hasn't. I think that part of the magic of Kendrick, just as an MC, is the fact that he can balance being both like sort of gangster rap hood and also conscious. The Black Lives Matter movement adopted All Right at many of their rallies, during the year that single was released. With Pimp a Butterfly, and like, so we all know about that and the strength of that song. And so, he's able to be that, but then also give you a little, ghetto ratchetness as well. Like, it's that balance, I think, that causes him to not just be marginalized in the way that, like, let's say Talib Kweli or Common or conscious rappers often are, and to be able to reach a different audience for that matter, because
I think that's right.
I mean,
I think you're right. No,
audiences don't listen to certain music.
Right, and Kendrick is able to pull all those elements together in a way that I think is actually quite beautiful. I happen to think that his solo debut, I'm not Section 80, but his studio debut album, Good Kid, Mad City, I would argue that it's the best solo debut album in maybe 20 years. I didn't think it was the best ever. It's not Illmatic. It's not Ready to Die, but I mean, I think it's right up there with Ready to Die, Illmatic. I think 50, Get Rich or Die Trying, and then after that, I think you got to go to Kendrick for a better one. I mean, and Snoop, of course, back in the day with Doggy Style. I mean, there are very few that in that company, and that title, "Promise Me You'll Sing About Me," from "Sing for Me, I'm Dying of Thirst," for me is one of the most beautiful songs, one of the most beautiful and innovative forms of storytelling that I've seen, man. And so I normally get to read the book beforehand, but I'm going to read the book tonight. It's available at my bookstore and all around the country. I love the book. Before you go, and I promise I only got 30 seconds, man, I need your top five. I'm guessing Kendrick is in it.
Oh, man, my top five. If you only got 30 seconds, I don't know that Kendrick is in it. All right, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Rakim, and then five is always a toss-up. It could be KRS-One. It would not be an Eminem. It could be Kendrick, but Big Daddy Kane. Did I say him already? Kane, man.
Nah, you ain't say Kane. Kane.
So Kane.
Wow.
Kane.
On behalf of my city of Philadelphia and Black Thought, I am rebuking your five. I'm rebuking your list on behalf of the city of Philadelphia and Black Thought. I'm gonna have you come back just for the hip hop discussion, bro. I got to go, but we're gonna talk about this. But everybody, despite his negligible choices in the top five, he has an amazing, beautiful book that everybody is raving about. It's called "Promise Me That You Will Sing About Me: The Power and Poetry of Kendrick Lamar." It is available at bookstores right now, and you already know what to do. Purchase it at a Black independent bookstore.